Last week of turkey season. We're here midweek because it was pretty crowded last time. It's been raining for 5 days straight. We got about 10 inches of rain. It's been sucked in with clouds. Clouds moved out this morning. And finally we got a bluebird day. So they've been roosting typically on this ridge to our east about 500 yards. So we're gonna slip down here to the only little open field, see if we can get them coming out to check it. They should not be henned up this morning. They were henned up 2 weeks ago. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of luck this morning. We decided to come on down and get set up instead of listening from the top of the mountain like we normally do, because it's really windy. It was calm for about 4 mile an hour wind this morning, but that storm system's finally moved out. That wind's kicked up behind it. I'm probably not gonna be able to hear any birds. We're on a strut zone. It's flat, and we're in an area of steep mountains. They generally roost to our south here on this ridge, and sometimes they fly straight off that ridge down here on this field. Last year I had one come in from down here in the corner, but we were too far away. We were set up here to the 50 yards to our south. The setup we got now, we put these decoys right here, and if they see the decoys and come in from that corner like they did last year, they'll have to, by the time they come into the decoys, they'll crest the ridge right here. They'll be within range when they can see us. We'll be able to shoot. Another side benefit, we usually see deer on the side of this hill every time we hunt here, so maybe we'll get a little bit of prelude to deer season too while we're at it. If I stepped in that on the way in or if it stepped in my boot print. Either last night or this morning, I can't tell. The turkeys definitely still exist here.
There's two of them.
Two?
Yeah. They're both long beards. They're staying right close to that road.
I know how to get down there. It's gonna be tough, but I know how to get.
Got nothing else to do.
Yeah, we've been skunked so far.
You think they'll feed in that field?
Problem is, once they get up into that top on that field, you can't get to them.
We're contemplating. It's a long way. It's a long way to go a loop around and get down there to them. They're kind of headed away from us, but he's got their attention with that box call. We're hoping that they do the work for us and turn around and start easing back this way. They got all afternoon and 8, maybe 4:30, so we'll see. Two nice gobblers. We're running out of cover right here. I believe he's gonna see us. Yeah, he's on top of that field right now. Both of them are. If we break out across,
Show him to me.
right there. On top of the field. Look at breaking off the ledge right here. I believe they're gonna see us. I I think if we drop off right here where we're at, about 20 yards, we can ease along the edge and cross. And the top of these trees will be in between us and them.
Yeah, let's do that.
Get right back here behind this.
Okay.
We'll drop down.
They're strutting down there now.
It'll be worth it if we get to them. There they go. They busted. Well, I think in the morning, we know we got two sets of gobblers, or excuse me, two gobblers way down in this holler. We got two on that field right there. And we had two go out this morning that way. I'm not sure if that's the same set that we saw right there a minute ago, but across these open fields, they can see you from, well, they just saw us from 500 yards. I don't think they knew who we were, but not really gonna be able to sneak up on them. There's not really a lot of wooded areas. I think we're gonna have to either come out here in the morning, maybe sit up and listen, see if we can hear them gobbling, and then pick one and try to get them right off the roost. It's the only thing I know to do at this point. What about you?
Yeah, it's been tough today. We've seen plenty of birds, but like I say, can't sneak up on them, that's for sure.
That's tough.
If we get, we may just have to set up and call in the morning and maybe get them to come to us. Try that. The wind's not blowing 20 mile an hour in the morning. You might hear them gobble.
It's a fun hunt though. A lot of birds. 14 birds today.
16.
16. Counting those last two.
Half of them toms.
10 of them, Tom.
Yeah.
It's good odds.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Due to vehicle trouble in the morning, I had to leave the hunt trip early and let Lee and Heath have a go at it alone. The next morning starts out windy with no birds in sight, so Heath and Lee decided to do a quick bit of scouting. They were lucky enough to find a little nature waiting on them right at the truck. This bear doesn't seem too concerned with them and just seems to decide to just wait it out.
What do you think, Lee?
Well,
You up for camping with him?
yeah.
We're set up. This is the third morning. We're set up on a giant meadow. It's about, 800 yards long. We can see pretty much the top of the whole meadow ridge right here. The birds have just come out everywhere across this meadow. There's no rhyme or reason to where they're coming out at. But we've got decoys set up in front of us on a little knoll. And they ought to be able to see those decoys from anywhere. They've had hens with them every day. And it's, April? It's late April. April 27th, 28th, something like that. And they've got hens with them every time we see them almost. But if they come in here, we're in the open meadow, but there's a tree behind us. And we drug some old Christmas trees up here around us to make a ground blind. And I feel pretty sure that they're not going to see us unless we start dancing in front of them, So hopefully they'll come in here today. We'll just got to wait them out. We tried to sneak on them for 2 days and get close enough to call, but you can't even get close enough. Every time we call, we'll call a hen in and then she'll take the birds away from us. So hopefully that won't happen today.
After several days of patterning these birds, Heath and Lee realized that they would probably get a chance at these birds if they sat over that field long enough. They just didn't realize the birds were going to come out right behind them. Lee was facing the other way when the birds came in, so we had to turn all the way around while the birds were standing there before we could make a shot.
I don't care. Oh, sweet Jesus, thank you, Lord.
Oh, that was tough.
Oh my God.
I don't know how we finally got turned around. They come
How
in
long's that
behind.
been, Heath? 8 hours? Been sitting here. Oh my God. 8 hours we've been sitting here. I had them two turkeys gobble last about an hour ago. It's hot. We're about to burn up sitting right here. He's out there about, what do you say, 30 yards? 20 yards?
20 probably. They come in, they were about 15 yards. We've got brush set up behind us. We couldn't move.
Man,
There was
we were
nothing we can
stuck.
do.
We
I
were
forgot
stuck.
to, I couldn't even get the remote on. I barely managed to get the camera open and turned around and mashed record before Lee could shoot. We couldn't move for 10 minutes.
And the other one flew off. He got out of there. I don't know if that was I don't know if he's a dominant bird or not, but he's a dead bird, so I know. Gosh,
That's the hardest I've ever worked for a bird. That's
Me
3
too.
full days. We've sat here. We're on hour number 9, 8 or 9.
Yeah, been here since 5:30 this morning. Here it is after 1 o'clock.
Lee had to get down on his
That's
belly
gotta be
and turn
surprising.
around here and then fire. When one of them had their head up, the other one had their head down. So
You what? Oh, Lord Almighty.
Lee said earlier, he said, this is the first time I've been skunked in like 10 years.
Well,
And we're fixing to leave in the morning, so.
that's
He's 2-year-old. The other one's beard was better, but they were turned around. You couldn't tell. Couldn't tell what the beard looked like.
more than nothing working all day.
Yeah, the other one had a better beard on him, but you know, that's about the hardest earned bird. I know it's the hardest earned bird I've ever worked for.
Put that in the comment. I don't care.
Yep. So I had to film through that brush right there.
9 inches?
9 inches.
That ain't a bad bird.
That's all right there.
Yeah, they came in on us. We was surprised. They hadn't said anything for an hour.
Yeah.
We thought they went on. Thought they was with some hens and moved on around us. But
Yeah.
I'm thankful to get him hard